Hello friends and colleagues. The NAB Show 2026 kicked off today with a conference and other accompanying events. One of the key highlights is the GV Forum, which took place in the Renaissance Hotel near the Las Vegas Convention Center. This annual event, hosted by Grass Valley, is designed to share industry insights with participants and outline the company's role in driving innovations across the media industry, developments that are, in many ways, truly transformative.
Tim Banks, Chief Revenue Officer at Grass Valley, opened the event, saying that the company is doing its best to make technologies accessible, affordable, and profitable for all stakeholders, including users, integrators, and vendors. One of the key approaches to achieving this is interoperability, which enables captivating storytelling, streamlined operations, and greater business agility without compromising quality and brand value.
Then Del Parks, President of Technology at Sinclair Broadcast Group and Chairman of the GVX Leadership Council, joined Tim on stage. He emphasized the technologies have changed drastically over the past decade. He noted that no single vendor is now capable of providing everything required for media content creation and delivery. That is why collaboration is a key to achieving success.
The next speaker was Luis Hernandez Jr., founder, chairman, and CEO of Black Dragon Capital, and executive chairman of Grass Valley. He expressed his appreciation to the audience and welcomed John Wilson, CEO of Grass Valley, to share his insights on the current state of the media industry and the trends shaping its future. He noted that development is not just about adding new equipment and implementing new technologies. It is about making workflows less complex and more efficient. In other words, modernization should deliver greater performance, more customization, and improved convenience to users. Wilson expressed confidence that the Grass Valley media universe is the right answer to the challenges facing the media industry. This is not just a vision. Millions of hours of content are already being produced using the GVMU approach. Broadcast operations are expected to become increasingly multi-vendor, with extensive use of AI as a practical tool.
Media companies are under pressure. They need to simplify operations, increase efficiency and resilience, make operations open and flexible. John Wilson believes that the approach offered by Grass Valley is the solution to these challenges.
The first discussion panel, titled Winning in 2026, How Media Leaders Are Aligning Business and Tech Strategy, followed. The panel featured Mike Kralek, SVP and STO at Sinclair Broadcast Group, Dave Travis, Group Director of Content, Broadcast and Platforms at Sky, Scott Rothenberg, SVP of Technology and Capital Planning at NEP Group, and Ismael Marsa, General Manager at NEP Spain. The discussion was moderated by Tim Banks, CRO at Grass Valley. Panelists shared their perspectives on how to balance technological investments and costs to maintain stable and profitable operations without compromising quality, resilience, security, and agility.
The panel discussion was followed by a series of sessions, including a case study on Olympics broadcasting from CBC Radio Canada presented by Francois Legrand, Senior Director at CBS Radio Canada, as well as exclusive GVX research from Coretta Research.
After a short refreshment break, the forum returned with a series of insightful sessions dedicated to various aspects of content production and delivery, the new capabilities of GV Media Universe, and other important topics. The forum concluded with an informal networking session.
The next stop for Briefly was a joint briefing hosted by ARRI and Riedel Communications. It wasn't difficult to assume the discussion would focus on the acquisition of ARRI by Riedel Communications, the major news revealed just a couple of days ahead of the NAB Show 2026.
The announcement came as a surprise, generating significant buzz across the industry. The briefing, held at ARRI House in Las Vegas, featured Thomas Riedel along with two managing directors at ARRI, David Birnbach and Christian Richter, who shared their perspectives on the deal and outlined their vision for the future of these two renowned brands.
David and Christian noted they were pleased the acquisition was carried out by such a well-established German company as Riedel Communications. Thomas Riedel, in turn, recalled the early days of his business, when it had connections with ARRI in some way. Many years later, he noted that connection has come full circle, this time on a much larger scale.
All three speakers emphasized that innovations, not profit, is their primary driving force, which explains the strong alignment in the DNA of both brands. Thomas Riedel noted that ARRI and Riedel Communications will operate in parallel, with neither brand positioned above the other. The challenges faced by nearly every vendor in the industry are, in turn, creating new opportunities, ones that both companies are eager to explore in pursuit of future success. While much could be said about the deal, it's best to hear directly from Thomas Riedel.
I know ARRI for a very long time. I already knew the company when I was a teenager, and got some of their spotlights they had at that time from the Wuppertal Theater, and I could loan them here and there to use them. So that's how long it goes back. And and then over the years there were many touch points, and the companies even worked together here and there. And now I had the chance to really become the new owner, which is, just fantastic. I mean, the brand is great, and the technology and all the people which make that makes me very humble, to be honest. ARRI comes a bit from a crisis situation, but I see it also in a positive way, because without that crisis, I wouldn't have been able to acquire the company. So that's my personal good news in this. And yes, the whole industry is in a change, and this crisis was mainly caused by the crisis in Hollywood. And I'm sure that there is enough potential, not only in cinema, but in the cinema live entertainment field, in the combination with what Riedel can bring to the party, that this can be a very sustainable business for a very long time. Well, certainly we want to see ARRI and Riedel as independent companies and want to treat it like that, but also sister companies in one family. And like it is in one family, you do things together and you know a lot about each other. And that's what we need to do. We need to learn from each other first, and then we need to see where are potential synergies, where are things we should do together, still being independent, let's say, personalities also in terms of companies. But there will be areas where we work closely together, like technology exchange, seeing how we can help each other in marketing. And I think there is lots of areas where we can work together and be better together. But there will be areas where the companies will just do their independent things, because we don't want to become too corporate and too big and slow everything down. That's why there is the idea to not put one under the other. The first fruits of that cooperation is probably a big project upcoming in May, which is the Eurovision Song Contest. We will produce or help produce with 26 Alexa live cameras, which I think will be a complete different game in terms of music TV show on television. And that is kind of something which came together because the two companies got very close. And now, again, same ownership, that was kind of the result.
Two more events took place on Friday, April 18th. One of them, Foray Connect, was hosted by Satoshi Kanamura, president of Foray America. He noted that the company is undergoing a transformation in step with the evolving media industry. Foray is becoming increasingly software-oriented, embracing openness and flexibility. For example, at NAB Show 2026, Foray booth is entirely equipment-free, showcasing software-only solutions for visitors to explore. Nevertheless, the company still continues to design and manufacture hardware, which can now be controlled and operated remotely via software-based user interface. Alongside this announcement, Satoshi Kanamura also presented the company's new products and solutions, as well as updates to its existing lineup.
The second event, held at Tuscany Suites and Casino, was the Ross Video Keynote. It attracted a large audience eager to learn about the latest innovations from Ross Video. David Ross, Chief Executive Officer of the company, took center stage to share both its commercial and technological achievements. Together with his colleagues, he presented a range of innovations spanning video switchers, broadcast graphics, camera robotics, and audio and video processing, among others. These announcements were reinforced by case studies from various companies that use Ross Video solutions, highlighting real-world applications of the technology.
The show has just begun. More exciting updates are on the way. Stay tuned.